Get ready for hot takes and insight from local industry experts in real estate, business, and lifestyle. He used to play ball with the Padres. He played hockey for the Lobos. Now they're crushing it in the real estate game. Together, they'll showcase the best of the Duke City. This is All About YouABQ.
Nope. Hey, season 7. That's right. It is all about YouABQ. The goal of the show is to highlight the best of our city's industry experts in real estate, culture, lifestyle, so that you walk away with some value and feeling inspired. Now, the way we like to do that is to answer the questions you may have or interview the guests you want to see. So we invite you to join the conversation. You can reach out on our social media tag, or you could join our email list to get some timely tips about our community and real estate market. Hey, I'm Skip Adams, owner of Sold by Skip Real Estate Brokerage here in Albuquerque.
Grant Harvey, home loan expert.
Probably recognize Grant as the greatest hockey fan in the world, but now he's absolutely crushing it in the mortgage space.
Yeah, Skip and HGTV's House Hunters. He's part of the top 2% producing real estate agents in the world. I'm just going to keep going with that.
Yeah, Albuquerque is a small world. Here's why you're going to want to stay tuned. We're joined by Shane Stanford, the NM beard guy, local entrepreneur in the weed space. So we're going to get some more knowledge about how we can improve your home hydroponic system.
Yeah, that's your two favorite combinations, weed and beards.
Yeah, and then stay tuned to the end of the show. It's everybody's favorite, Skip's Tips. Grant, dude, I was just telling you, so we decided to put one of our investment properties on the market.
Yeah.
And previously we did a segment, shout out to Scott Jeter, the bee man. We had an infestation of bees.
But not B, not like he's lower rated.
No, he is rated B on the Better Business Bureau. He came out, did some bee work for us. So went to go sell our condo. Before I put it on the MLS, heard a little something in the wall. I'm like, there's no way again. And sure enough, a swarm of bees comes flying back out 3
They
years
like
later.
you. Bees know good people.
Yeah, well, the thing about Albuquerque is squatters, man. If you don't tie it down, they're going to get squatters.
And
there,
there's also B-roll material. So, yeah.
So anyways, coming back out on Saturday to pull them out and take them back to your house.
It's funny. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
that's fine. Come on now.
You know what's funny is Scott has opened up not a dispensary, a brewery, and he wants to come back on. So it's kind of serendipitous that he's.
Yeah, it's full circle, dude. That's the YouABQ
I think he
family.
put them in. Actually, let's be a conspiracy theorist. Scott, we see what
Scott's got bills to pay.
Yeah, we see what you did, homie. God, don't do that to him, though. Yeah, he removed them and put them back.
Yeah, the old 2
I
for
don't know
1.
how they got there. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, follow your checkbook. What's new with you, man? You were out of town.
I did. So if those of you who have been in a coma for a while, you know, or you don't know, I like the Edmonton Oilers, and I went out to Dallas, and I like to remind every single town that Edmonton's better than them. But, and you know, the show's about Albuquerque, but I want to say that Dallas has remarkable fans. Like they're really nice people. I had a hard time
Shitting on him?
Yeah. I mean,
burning their stadium down?
Well, that was Las Vegas. Those guys can suck up.
Good. Well, good to have you back in town, man. It's I'm sure that's a lot
what
of travel.
places have you been burning down since this weekend?
No, but we always want to talk about some things going on in the real estate world. Now, Rio Rancho is kind of our little stepsister city. It's been slow to grow, but that's the only place you can find new construction anymore. And so Rio Rancho just approved 2 master plan communities with 1,100 housing units to
When you
start
say
breaking
master
ground.
plan, help a mortgage guy out with.
So there's you could have a neighborhood, which is just, here's a street and some houses, or you can have a master plan, which has walking trails, parks, all kinds of, HOA, maybe there's a community pool, stuff like that. It's more of an all-inclusive neighborhood versus just, here's your street and driveway.
So when you do that, though, is it I guess, what would I say, like...
It's more desirable, obviously, because it's going to have an HOA. It's going to keep its value a lot longer. There's more amenities.
Is it implicit that there's a PUD?
There will more than likely be a PID, which is a plan.
Oh, I know, I guess him.
Yeah,
but what it is, I mean, it's an Albuquerque thing to say that. But like, is it inferred that there will be one? Like,
so not
always.
Not always. It depends on the developer, right? If the developer covers the cost of infrastructure up front, then the homeowners will not have to pay the PID, which is the Public Improvement District.
That's actually funny that like you go, well, am I gonna like pay for it or am I gonna pass it on? I didn't know that.
So my dad was a big developer in town, and his neighborhoods, historically, they always covered the cost of the PID up front. It just gives you more selling power to the builder,
Well,
to
he's a good
the
man.
end customer.
That's what good men do.
So when he would sell his neighborhood, and then the neighborhood across the street would have a PID. A PID's an extra $1,200 a year in property taxes.
Yeah.
And so it was an easy sell for buyers.
Also, let's talk about PIDs for just a second. Isn't there like, can't you pay up front? Like say that I'll pay a premium, right, for insurance. Like do you get to offer that?
Yeah, so sometimes as a seller, in order to make your home more attractive to a buyer, you can say, hey, look, there's a PID, it's $1,200 a year. We will prepay the PID. There's, 10 years left on the PID. We'll prepay that for you at closing. So you can work that into the deal sometimes.
Yeah.
Similar to having, paying off solar panels. Like, hey, we got these great solar
Don't get me
panels.
on-
They got
As
$40,000.
Yeah,
We'll,
here, this is your problem now.
Yeah.
No, as much as I'm an environmentalist, I think it's crazy to sign someone else for debt. And I think we talked about this, but it's nuts to go, I got solar. Anyways, here's your bill. Well, it's not my decision. Now, great. Like I don't want to. I don't want to be on the
We've
line.
seen many real estate deals crater over the years because a seller will buy the house and be like, hey, I'm going to put solar panels on. I got bamboozled into paying $60,000 up front so that my utility bill is only $120 a month forever. And you're just going, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's such an insulting thing, or like maybe even an imposition. It's like flood insurance, right? You go on to Los Lunas, not dissing Los Lunas, but like they go, oh, like it's $120 more for flood insurance. Like no one told me this. Maybe this is out of the question, right? I mean that's what passing on a debt is when it comes to solar panels. The other thing that I do, maybe a jerk move, but I tell people, everyone's trying to sell solar. It's like, dude, we've seen you 80 million times. They go, oh, it'll appreciate, and it'll be, your house will be worth more. And I go, well, I'm actually a mortgage broker. It won't.
It's no value. In fact, it costs me $60,000.
You may want that, but it's like putting up a cherry tree and you're like, this is worth $40,000 more. Well, okay, I'm not gonna pay for your tree, and this is not worth the debt that's incurred. I see the value in solar panels, but like I have to inform them. I know your guy told you in your seminar that this is what you sell, but no, that's not true at all. Like I'm in the business. The appraisers do not rate you $40,000 more for solar panels.
You're on a rant right now. What else has got you fired up?
This is totally unrelated, but I don't even know how I segue into that. Mark, do something. There, finally. Is that a real cigarette?
I think.
So I was thinking this today, and look at this bushy faced guy. I was talking about razor blades, but like, how expensive are they now, and how much technology and scientists have been wasted on going, oh, we've got 5 blades now, we've got 7. Yes, dude, it's been cutting like hair forever. I might as well hire a Japanese samurai sword guy because I don't want to pay this much money to shave my face. Then I just won't. I will, if I have to take a mortgage out to shave my face, then I just won't do it anymore. Like the technology's there. Stop giving me 5, 6. Oh, it's a Mach 7. It's already been working before. Razor blade technology, you're kind of wasting your scientist energy. That's all. Can we get more obscure about what
This is kind of a beardy episode. Here's why you're going to want to stay tuned. We're joined by Shane Stanford of Happy Dispensary. He is New Mexico's Influencer of the Year and the NM Bearded Man.
This is what caused this. Is he got sick of it. He either had to pick his kids or a beard. And then he picked his kids, thank God.
And then stay tuned. It's everybody's favorite Skip's Tips. This is YouABQ. Welcome back to YouABQ. I'm Skip Adams, owner of Sold by Skip Real Estate Brokerage here in Albuquerque.
Grant Harvey, home loan expert.
We're joined in studio by Shane Stanford. He is an entrepreneur, the owner of Happy Dispensary, and the Essie Award winner for New Mexico's Influencer of the Year. You know him online as New Mexico NM Bearded Man.
Yes, happy to have you in the joint.
Hey-o!
What?
Welcome, my friend. So you're
Thank you, guys.
Albuquerque born and raised?
Yeah, pretty much. I was born here at Presbyterian Hospital.
Yeah, attaboy.
A long time ago. I won't mention that. But spent a lot of time growing up in California, but back and forth here in New Mexico.
And
Came
so
back full time in 03.
You were in what, Huntington Beach, California? Orange County, man.
Yeah.
I spent some time
Going
out there.
just surfing and making it through school, enjoying life.
That's crazy
Trying to
you
stay
were a
at school and not
surfer.
at the beach.
Where'd you go to school?
Huntington, I graduated from Huntington Beach High.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
then Sunrise Elementary. So.
And then what called you back to New Mexico?
Family and just out here, the price, obviously, just being about real estate, you can get a house for what you can get out there. You can get a mansion out here for a condo out there, small
Plus,
condo.
it takes 7 minutes to go 1 foot out there. You know what I mean? Like, how long does it take to get anywhere?
And that's why I love people like, oh, the rush hour here is so bad. I'm like, I made it across town in 15 minutes in rush hour. We're okay.
Yeah.
But no, I just like it at the diversity out here. And I'm a father, so me and my kids can do a lot of outdoor stuff. Snowboarding, hiking, water sports, camping. Just, the diversity within 30, 40 minutes of our city is...
That's something that's kind of understated, right? Don't you think about how much access we have here that people from other cities go, oh my God, that's incredible. Like, you can get to like these like desirable points where in their city they don't even have them.
Well, but here's the other thing. Even if they do have those desirable like destinations, guess who goes there on the weekend? Fucking everybody.
New
so
Mexicans.
There's even if you want to wait in line at the ski lift in California, it's like a 30-minute wait to get on the ski lift. If you want to go hiking in California, you're hiking with 1,000 other people.
Group hikes.
Yeah, it's just...
Let's talk about how I don't like hiking that much. Unless you have a destination, stop going in a circle. But Skip likes going in a circle, that's fine. But but no, like the access, even where, up where he lives, what he's able to see is like, that's incredible. I mean, people would die to have access to the mountains like that. I mean, we even have a landmark that's remarkable. Being amongst that is something that people drive for, 2 hours to go, oh, I'm going to go up to this mountain. Well, we have one already.
One of the incredible things about when I moved back, I moved out to San Pedro Creek Estates. In my bedroom window, I looked at the ski lift every morning. Like,
that's awesome.
How could you have a bad day when you're waking up to that?
That's a good outlook. Yeah.
So,
Walk us through the beard. I mean, that's an iconic beard. How many years has that been a part of your...
I joke and say gravity sucks.
Look at him.
I shaved my head, but I've had it for 5 or 6 years now. It started off with the No Shave November. I was like, oh, do it, donate some money. Then my birthday's in January, and I was like, I'll rock it through the winter. I snowboard, this is cool. And then I started going to Vegas for a lot of the cannabis trade shows, and people were like, oh, it's the New Mexico bearded guy, the New Mexico bearded man. And it became a brand, and it became a logo, and
trademark.
I make decent money off of the brand and the logo, so
that is a ZZ Top beard. You know what I mean?
That's like, long.
That's that's remarkable.
Well, it's iconic. So how does that play into? I mean, obviously the name NM Bearded Man, but how does that play into Influencer of the Year? Because I mean, obviously you're very recognizable because of it.
Yeah, I'm the recognizability. Just what I've done here in Albuquerque, years ago when I was 18, 19, I created Ride for the Cure, which has become the United States' largest cancer motorcycle rally. Did that for several years, created it here, and then moved on to cannabis. So I've always been doing stuff in the industry, in the city, to better our city.
What made you do that? Like such a big philanthropy. Like I always joke around. Like I don't think I was that. Like I think I was selfish in my early years, right, in our 20s. But what made you do that?
My aunt had passed away from breast cancer, and honestly, I was doing the runs and the walks, and I grew up racing motocross, so motorcycles are a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And it was just a demographic I never seen involved, and I know. At least my group of friends, bikes are extras. That's, if we have bikes, that's extra money. So you have expendable income to help out this cause.
Yeah, racing has never been a good idea for your bank account. No. In any capacity.
No.
And the thing is, even though I used to talk smack about motorcycles and stuff, but that is probably the most exhausting thing you could do per minute, right? I mean,
racing is
even more than maybe wrestling. Maybe that's tied. But motocross, how'd you get into that?
I grew up riding. My stepdad, my mom married my stepdad. She told him, don't buy my son 2 things. Don't buy him a gun or a dirt bike. Well, I was 4 years old for Christmas. I got a 410 shotgun, and for my birthday in January, I got a dirt bike.
I kind of like this guy.
Yeah, I got a dirt bike and started
everything I ever wanted.
Yeah, I know, right away too. So yeah, just got into it, and he got me into racing, and I got pretty decent at it. So.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. It's cool that you like cultivated it into something that was
a philanthropy.
Yeah.
That's great. So you've been in the cannabis industry since what, 2009?
Yeah, legally.
Yeah.
So I think we've all been in the industry.
We're talking about the traditional market or the modern market.
But how have you seen the market or the business, the industry evolve since that time?
Unfortunately, it's a very cutthroat industry, which, coming from the traditional market, I didn't see it as that way. Cannabis has always kind of brought people together, united different types of life. It's a very cutthroat industry, and it's honestly taken a turn here in New Mexico for the worse, just because I feel our government officials don't know how to allocate the money and don't know how to hold true to their word. Let's let New Mexicans have an opportunity first, is what we were told. Day one, people from all over the country are coming in, buying up everything. So they kind of screwed over the Albuquerque people and the New Mexicans, and the money, I just think, is being misused. When you go to Colorado, you see the money's being spent in the schools, infrastructure, streets. You can't even drive to a decent school here on a decent street here.
Yeah.
And
Well, unless you went to La Cueva and El Dorado.
Yeah.
well, my daughter goes to Bosque, and the road down to Bosque still sucks.
So where are the funds or the revenue supposed to be allocated in our state? Because I mean that was a big selling feature.
And it's earmarking, right? So
Yeah.
so where did it go? Like, what's the
Well,
disparity between what was declared and where it's at?
We were told it was going to go to streets, infrastructure, and schools, and we haven't seen any of that. Unfortunately, there's not really much answers as to where it is going.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, so it's kind of bad, and they're taking a lot. It's a huge tax on not only the consumer, but us as the business people as well. There's millions and millions of dollars going missing monthly.
So how has that affected prices? Because I know as like a black market dealer, you would think that now that cannabis is legal, it would get rid of all the black market dealers. But are the black market dealers still able to sell it at a lower price, and so therefore they're still in business?
I would assume so. I'm going to answer it because margins, when they're not taxed, right, they still have this, but like the need, right? So go ahead.
Right, yeah, so the black market definitely still thriving. It only hurt the people that were scared to stay in it, basically. Yeah. If you stayed in it, you're still doing fine. The legal market, I remember when I started my farm, 4 years ago, we were selling indoor pounds for $3,000 to $4,000 a pound.
How much were you paying?
$1,600.
Oh, well, that's a good deal. He used to get his weed at
Costco,
though.
I would go, I pay with Bitcoins.
Now you can get, indoor anywhere from $500 to $1,000.
Is that right?
So, and it takes you $300 to $400 to grow that pound. So the market's kind of upside down right now.
Yeah, I've never seen such a cult following for something. And I say this respectfully, I wasn't a weed guy, but I've never seen such a crowd adhering to going, I smoke weed. You know what I mean? like if someone's like, I like to do whey protein. No one's ever like dancing around about that. But there was such an adherence because of the black market to go, hey, I'm with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you think that culture is kind of fascinating to go, we have this?
It's a cool culture. It's neat. It's like we're almost reliving the past with the prohibition of alcohol. If you think about it, it was like, hey, this is legal.
That's a good comparison. And
everyone's hiding it, but everyone's having a great time. We're hiding out in our garages, having our parties, drinking the moonshine. Same thing. We're hiding out in high school, smoking. We're growing in our closets, and now we're able to come out to the bar.
I finally got out of my closet.
Yeah, barely.
just kidding.
I go back and forth inside.
No weekends.
Yeah.
But the weed culture kind of fascinates me because the black market fascinates me. Like it's this need to go, okay, well the people want it, right? So we talked about this earlier. If the people want it, then who are we adhering to? Why do we have so much allegiance to people making laws that are dead? Exactly. Can't the current people talk? But we all kind of just go, oh, it's against the law. Who says? To make some new laws.
Let's rechange this.
Yeah.
It's because the government hasn't figured out how to completely control it and profit it like they do tobacco and alcohol.
I've always heard that. I didn't know much about marijuana, but everyone's oh, it's because they can't tax it. I'm oh, these marijuana guys are talking about that again. But it's true now. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, they're slowly figuring out. They're letting the states do it. They're watching what the states are going to do while they're building a plan as how to take in that income. All they care about is the income of it. it's,
Yeah, I don't think it really hurts
the United States is a
anybody.
huge business.
That's what, and it took me a long time to realize that too. I mean, I was like, man, can you consider the most, I guess, inconsequential drug there is? When people smoke weed, I never did, but I'm like, oh, what do they do? Just sit around longer? Like they just, I'm not saying that, but like pejorative, like they're not doing that much compared to the other.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting stoned and robbing banks. You want to be
Yeah,
like,
Right.
you heard about my friend? He smoked 2 joints and killed 3 people.
You may have the idea to rob McDonald's. You're going to get high. You're going to walk up in there and change your
bro,
mind and order a Big Mac.
Don't get this guy going to McDonald's.
they called this guy Big Mac at the fraternities. Hey, all right, so Happy Dispensary. What was the backstory behind the dispensary? Where's the name come from?
So I started off owning farms. Happy was actually created by my friend Esteban and Zoe, and I partnered with them. They are actually the owners of the craft room as well. So drinks and manufacturing, hops, growing has always been a part of their family as well.
Where's that at?
Off Broadbent?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Happy, honestly, Esteban was playing around one night with just different things. He didn't want to go with the typical green, the green cross. Everybody has the green and the black, the green and the black. And it was just a word that he said he kept hearing throughout the day. You got everyone who doesn't want to be happy, or you're like, oh, happy birthday, happy this, happy, happy, and it just kind of stuck.
I'm already feeling better.
Bunch of colors got laid out. A bunch of colors other than green got laid out, and that was the most common one picked.
Nice.
And ran with it. And
Nice.
Isn't that true though? Don't you see all of them just have this green? Like, okay, green.
It's almost like when I see it, I get mad. I'm like, oh, another fucking
yeah.
dispensary.
yeah, it's like seeing another
more
Starbucks,
cliche,
it's just the same thing on the same corner.
Yeah.
I'm actually just buying my weed at Starbucks now. 'Cause I'm
Starbucks?
so tired of it.
You get the infused latte.
So now, when it comes to growing cannabis, I mean, it's a weed, any idiot can do it, it's super easy, right? But I feel like there's more of an art form to it. And what were some of the learning curves? Did you have any years where you had crops wiped out by, I don't know, beetles or whatever the hell?
Yeah, don't grow outside.
Okay.
I've had hail wreck my crops. I've had elk come in and just pick out what they like and
Common problem
destroy
for me
it.
too. I'll keep coming running through all my vegetables.
They're big in the Northwest Heights.
Honestly, it's a lot of passion, a lot of time. You have to have a lot of time. If you don't have time to be in your garden all day, then you're not going to grow good weed.
I don't want to tell you how I know this, but I have a buddy, and isn't there like a lot of people that have to help and trim and do this stuff?
When it comes down to trimming, yeah, because I mean, for one, if your friend in theory is doing this, they don't want to trim by the end of it. You've done X amount of months of working and crawling and trimming's the last thing you want to do. So you typically do bring in a trim
I mean,
crew.
look at my hair. I didn't know. By the time
No
it
one's
gets
got
to
time
me-
for that.
No one's got time.
So what is your, what's your next endeavor? What do you want to pursue? Like, how do you want to grow? Like, what's your?
What's the plan?
I've done the farm, done the dispensary. I just released a couple health products that blew up, did really well. Pot sauce was my infused hot sauces.
Oh, nice.
They
Oh God, I'm getting hungry already.
couldn't keep up with them. I'm doing ranch and Italian dressing next.
How funny.
I don't like sweets, and the edible market is controlled by sweets. It's cookies, it's
Sure.
candies, it's this. I don't.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff. I want trail mix. I want salads. Like I want. But no, the next thing I want to do is a buddy of mine up in Colorado had what he called smoking beds. It was a cannabis Airbnb that catered to celebrities, people like that. And I work heavily in the music industry as well. So that's my
Okay,
next.
well, no, let's talk about that. What? Like, what, like...
I know a lot of performing artists. I open for a lot of artists, not because I don't do any music, but because of the genetics and the weed that I've grown. I've been flown
your
all over the
genre?
country.
I figure you a heavy metal, not Cannibal Corpse type, but like, I figure, what are you? Are you a metal guy?
I listen to everything, actually.
But when you perform, what's your?
I open up for a lot of hip hop artists. It's like,
Do you?
yeah, I'll be
Okay.
down in Sunland Park opening for OT Mexican, OGZ, Baby Bash, and Paul Wall next month.
Sick.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He won't. But I do. Okay. Yes. It's impressive. Skip knows
Name
about
one
two.
song. Name one song. by
Oh,
the guy.
the guy. He just was at
he-
Revel,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Oh,
He-
thank
he was
you
just
very
here.
much.
Oh, his Revel song was good. I like that one.
He brought about 19 people on stage. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was whenever him and
we
310
know.
Baby were
Yeah,
supposed
we
to have
know.
their show. And we ended up sponsoring the 310 Baby because they got in a falling out and had a fight. So we did that show at El Rey.
I did.
So do you do a lot of emceeing too?
A lot of hosting.
Because I know, you hosted the Essie Awards. Was that we were doing?
Oh, okay, now
That's
he's
awesome.
roasting me.
Yep.
Yes, he's
I've hosted the
research.
SC Awards here in Albuquerque, and then every time Lucky Leaf and CannaCon come through, which are big cannabis conventions, I always speak and
Where do
teach
they
at them.
typically hold those conventions?
At the convention center.
Is that right?
downtown.
That's fantastic.
Have
Yeah,
you
they-
been to the convention center in a while?
No.
It's actually impressive.
They've done a lot of work there.
Really?
Cleaned it up.
It's actually like an impressive venue. Like I'm like, I forgot what we have here. You
Right
know,
there.
It's kind of like why I like our show. I'm like, holy smokes, we have a lot going on here. But when I went to the convention center, I was like, dude, this is kind of a cool venue. Like it can hold a lot, and the capacity is like huge. And you go, oh my god, I guess I was there when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, I went to prom there. Like what time?
Yeah, I got pregnant there.
Yeah, in the parking lot. What about? So do you have any events coming up? I mean, I know you're running. You got your hand in a lot of things. But.
Yeah, so this actually Saturday I'll be hosting with my buddy Andrew. He's one of our managers and bud tenders at the dispensary. We teamed up with the city last year and we do skate jam, and we do it 3 times a year for the youth. We keep all cannabis aside. There's no promo for any of that.
I think you should let the kids have a couple joints.
Get them started young.
Yeah,
First one's free.
fine. Yeah,
We're doing the old Philip Morris campaign.
Backstop and have a free one.
I wonder if I can get Camel Joe to come out and make an appearance.
The bearded Joe.
I have his jacket.
The Marble Man.
Yeah, so that's big. I have some big skaters coming out from LA and Las Vegas. Official Genius is sponsoring it. They're an X Games sponsor.
Okay.
Sheba Hut sponsoring it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be this weekend.
And
at
where
Los
do you hold
Altos.
that at? Where's the best skate park in town?
Los Altos
I was
Skate
gonna
Park.
say Los
The one
Altos.
I go to, or the one?
I thought I saw you skating the other day. That's why you look familiar.
Picking up boards.
Yeah, I already tried to figure
got-
out ways to kill myself. There's no way I need another one. But yeah, I mean, I love skating.
Big knee pad guy. So Los Altos, they recently redid it, right? And it's fantastic.
They didn't redo the skate park. They
Okay, never
redid.
mind.
They put a pump track in it. They did some other stuff added to it, which upgraded it for sure.
Nice.
But the park remained the same. They've started allowing street artists to go in and paint it, which is coming out really cool. It's coming along really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, skateboarding is not a crime.
Where?
No.
But I feel like every part of town has a skate park now. And I remember when we were growing up, it was like skaters are the last
You'd
thing
be
you want
waxing the
anywhere.
curb and like, no, you can't do
Yeah.
that, you know?
But I think that's also gone through like a renaissance in the fact that it's more acceptable now that there's skate parks in every part of town.
Very true, which is conducive to what I was saying about like maybe we need to be in control of like what's okay. And I think that was kind of progressive about Albuquerque to go give them that.
Right.
You know, you don't want them tearing up the library curbs. Okay. Then give
Build
them a
them
place to
something.
go because obviously people want that, you know?
Exactly. That's what
Plus
it was
I played
too.
Skate or Die when I was 7.
Skater died. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
Thank
one.
you.
So it sounds like you've got your hand in a lot of things, man. You're extremely busy. How do you find time for family? I mean, you got kids at home.
Yeah, I'm a single dad of 4 kids.
Wow.
Full time.
Well, oh boy.
Yeah.
How old
boy
are
likes
your
to-
kids?
My daughters are 15 and 11, and my boys are 9 and 7.
Oh wow! So
Holy
they're all at the
smokes.
age now where they're starting to go to events. So they need carpools. They
Oh,
need daddy
God.
pickup.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of schools let out. So
Yeah.
you're
Carpal syndrome, yeah.
My daughter gets her license soon. Thank God. I
It'll
just
help
gave her
out.
my Beamer.
Is it?
so-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first hear girls getting their license, I think I have to stay indoors.
yeah.
Watch out for the all blacked out Beamer. She'll be in that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool that you are like. Well, I think that the best parents, and I'm not one because I don't have any kids, but like the ones that are like can employ the kid mentality, right? And then go, what would my kids like to do? You know, like that's
Right.
why I think he's a pretty cool dad because he's not been being a kid. I mean, maybe to his detriment, but like you think about like how to parent, and you go, well, I'm not going to abandon how. Like I remember what was fun.
Yeah.
And then
We
you're
still wanna have
doing-
fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we wrap up, I mean, if you could give a piece of advice to somebody that's starting out in the cannabis industry now, I mean, now that you've gained all this knowledge since 2009, what would be some advice for somebody?
To be 100% honest, if you want to start off in the cannabis industry now, just save your money and figure out something else to do.
Smart. No, it's real.
Too late. I've seen too many people put up their houses, put up their family savings, and they've lost it all in less than a year.
And how easy
It's-
did everyone think it was going to be? You know, like
everybody thought it was the gold rush.
It got saturated, and it's like you guys all think you can just like,
Throw
your
up a
hat-
green sign.
I know.
Exactly.
And
Hey.
because there's one thing too, like to have this idea, but to also participate and then go, well, then how are you going to be different? What are you going to do? How's your overhead going to be minimized? Like when you said you were in farming, then I go, okay, it makes sense. But someone to go, I'm going to just start up growing. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
or just honestly,
You
the best
ever
thing,
heard of overhead?
if you want to get into the industry, find something different. Find an auxiliary business in the industry, not a dispensary, not a grow, not a manufacturing lab.
I think we should get into pipes and also
Find, there's plenty, and I'm not going to say all of them out loud, but there's plenty of auxiliary opportunities. I'm working on something.
wait, because proprietary or like that you?
No, just
I
travel a lot.
You can't get canceled here.
Yeah, no, not right. No, just
No, it was the same thing. So I have a good buddy of mine in San Diego who, they have medical cannabis, or they had medical. I don't even know if it's legal.
They're legal.
Is it legal? Okay, so, and same thing. He was like, yeah, I got all my buddies are starting dispensaries, but he's like, I want to start. So he came up with sourcing the equipment to extract the THC to make it into whatever. So we started sourcing the equipment, the big drums and machines that that cook it all or whatever the hell.
nice.
Oh, do you?
So
that's a. I had an ex. Fine, she's an ex. She worked for a place that had so many derivatives of like weed. Like there were so many therapeutic like I don't know. I wish I had the bottle, right? But
All
I
the
was
different terpenes and cannabinoids.
Yeah, there you go. You're up here, dude.
Yeah,
Come on.
dude. Yeah, and you're. But there was all these like canisters, and then I had these droplets, and I'm like, oh my god, that's relaxing. Oh my god, I'm running a 2-minute mile. Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's all terpene effects. That's like the biggest misconception in cannabis. Everyone goes in buying, they want the highest THC percentage. It doesn't honestly matter. Now that we have more science backing it, it really comes down to what they call the entourage effect. It's the terpenes, the CBDs, the other cannabinoids in there that work
There's
together.
still more to pull off, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's not just THC. Like you can pull it off again.
You can separate it all off of the individual.
Yeah. It's fascinating that we've come along so far in society to go, okay, I know you guys all hate that. Anyways, here's what we're going to do. So I think that's the progression of legislation and like there's finally the people and the constituents going, okay, yeah, I want to
try. I'm going to go on a different trip, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Right?
Well, it's
I'm
cool. It's
going
always
Yosemite.
yeah, also mine. It's always fun to see the behind the scenes, just the technology, but also the business aspect of cannabis, because it's something that we never really got into, but I know it's prevalent here in Albuquerque, and so we appreciate you coming on and just kind of dropping some knowledge on us.
Definitely. I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate what you guys do for the community.
Is there anything you want to promote? Like, do you have anything that you know?
No, I mean, watch the show, come by happy, and stay happy.
Stay happy, be happy.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Shane,
gonna drive over there after this show.
NM Bearded Man. Shane, we're going to have links to all your Instagram and everything on our show, and we
thank you.
appreciate you stopping by, man.
Definitely.
Coming up next, here's where you're going to want to stay tuned. It's everybody's favorite, Skip's Tips. This is YouABQ.
Yeah. We're back, and every day is 420, and so thank you for coming on the show. Segment 3, Skip's Tips, saving marriages and baby carriages.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
That's kind of wild. Mark, when you get a chance, let's do a little picture of this cannabis. We'll do that at the end. Skip's Tips, anything that saves us time, makes us more money, allows us to have more fun in real estate or in real life, unless you're stoned out of your mind, staving marriages. Sellers, the sale of your home begins way before the property hits the MLS. Here's what I mean. I had a buyer come through an open house and say, you realtors don't do anything but put up a sign and sell the house in one day. Well, guess what, asshole? How did we sell the house in one day? Pre-marketing. We did pre-inspections, pre-repairs to get the home ready to be in the best position possible to sell. So pre-marketing, even before the home hits the market, we have professional photographers and videographers telling the story of the property. Next, we door knock everybody in that neighborhood to let them know that there is a new property coming on, and they'll have a chance to pick their new neighbor. And blasting that initial open house will create a sense of urgency by showing as many buyers the property at once as possible. To learn about our 7-day marketing blitz, be sure to reach out, share this with a friend, and tell them Skip said so.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Ditka, blitzing.
Check this out, from Happy Dispensary, dude, these little gifts.
I already had 7.
We got edibles, we got smokables.
Yeah, I'm going
But the
right
packaging.
I'm going right to jail.
We got some butt chocolates.
We did. I don't know where the show's going, but we're reaching new highs and new lows.
Coming out the old back door. Every Wednesday night, Sunday morning here on the Education Channel, worldwide on YouTube.
What time do we actually air? Do we know anymore?
No.
Or the old fitness girl that's doing air weights is still taking precedence over us. Has anyone seen that? Hold on. Before, Mark, we're not going to end this. There was a girl taking our time, and this may be very cannibalistic of us or me, but like we got pushed back because the girl was using no weights and doing exercises with them, showing us no weights. That's confusing.
This is all about you,
I took too
ABQ.
many.
You're watching YouABQ.